Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Robert Foster, and I'm going to give you introduction. Well, I was not introduction, but let you know I'm working with the new blender, and this is not the current one. This I got the current one just came out, and I'm gonna download it. I just got online finally. Now I can download the new blender. Afraid it have bug issues. I don't know. I'm just, afraid to download it because due to the bug issues with this current one, I'm coming down with a little cold. Okay, was modeled in ZBrush using Z spares. Okay, and I used the Z spares to model the basic shape of it, and I exported to Blender, which I retopology and welding the hands, fix the foot, fix the proportion, and I used the move brush to fluffing out the muscles, um, back and forth. Then export it back to ZBrush. Now I can use it in ZBrush or Blender, doesn't matter. I can sculpt in Blender, what I mean, same way as ZBrush. But what ZBrush has now, dominant dominant mesh, or dynamo mesh, or dynamic mesh. Okay, so dynamic mesh is one of the software, is like it turned everything to triangles. And what right now, I don't want this be re rebuilt, because it's gonna weld these holes. So I had to go all the revolution. I had to go all the way to 256 or 2, no, actually 256 or 512, um, to keep the hands together. And then that's if you want to use that as like sculptress. But anyway, it's pretty cool. And you know also I'm using ZBrush. Also have Go Z. So if I press Go Z, it's gonna open my, because you know it's gonna open my, so now you see what I did, and now it opened my, let me get rid of this. It opened my Sculptress, and it's a pretty cool tool, and I can sculpt on top of this in Sculptress, and use Sculptress to sculpt. And it's a lot easy than all those buttons in ZBrush, and it's a lot, not complicated. I've been using Sculptress for, then use it back, go to Go Z. But thing about it, as soon as you sculpt on this, right, you'll make changes inside Z spheres. So if you do a symmetry, which is already on symmetry, and it's at 1500, and then you start to, let's say, sculpt on it, you could either sculpt like ZBrush, or you could come in here and start to sculpt on it. See how it turns into a triangle in the quad. So turn this up. Make sure the detail and everything's perfect. And do the same thing with the hands. Take some gloves. You can do this. And there you go. You got your foundation to your character. Alright, so anyway, you know, let that not to do that. So thing about that, it turns things into triangles, and you don't want triangles. When you're making a game, you don't want to make triangles. You want to make it all quads. And you see here, everything's all quads. It'll triangulate, but it's not. It's all quads. You could read the Momo, read the topology yourself. All quads, no tris. So, in a nutshell, it's a pretty awesome tool. I reinstalled Curvy 3D. It don't make no difference because it'll make no difference. So, because I could take this, I'll initialize this. So this is what I learned. Then and then when you finish, you Poly 3D. See that? And you could do a lot of things and say, alright, I'm done that one. So go to here. Let me show you something. This is pretty cool. And I always want to rebuild all the time. Alright, I want to rebuild all the time. So we got a stupid nut. I could do something stupid. Alright, so you could either go there and so you done that. So pretty cool. So if it don't curve, sometimes stupid curve modifier won't bend. And turn this off. Absolute line. There we go. I would say Let's think. Do 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 do. Here you go. So get yourself a weird shape and into a boat. I don't know what it is, but you know it's growing. It's going crazy. So that's the new scope ZBrush. So I'm gonna go back to here. Go to my frames. And what's cool about it, I can pin my stupid shape right there. And then I could take this, the shape itself. See, them ZBrush classes are working for me. I don't know, that's kind of weird. I could put it on the side. I don't know, so it could be a weird object, but you get the drift. Alright. Or I could do this. Let's say delete this. We do this all over again. But I've been using ZBrush for years. I've been off and on it. So, you know, uh I've been using Blender for a long time. I'm used to Blender, and Blender, it's got its ups and downs and doesn't do fast. It does fast stuff, but they keep changing stuff and it's making me mad. You know what I mean? That's why I don't want to update. So